Alright, well, here it is. So, everybody says I should be doing a YouTube video, so I guess today's day one, first video. So, as you can see by that beginning shot, got a little clue to what today's video might entail. John Deere crawler. So, and like all other good things, very patriotic, gotta have a flag. And they say all good things start in your garage, so you know, Bill Gates can do it, so can I, right? So it's Saturday morning. I'm waiting for my buddy Brian to show up, and we're gonna go get a John Deere crawler. So let's take a little walk out here and see. This will be our tow rig for the day. This is my truck. It's a 2023 Ford F-250. Got a 16-foot PJ auto trailer, big enough for pretty much anything I need regarding equipment that I get. Size, 7,000 pound capacity. I think the trailer weighs like 16, so I can put 5,400 on it. Pretty much everything that I use it for, it's about 5,000 or less. So anyway, back to me. This is my house. I live in a neighborhood. I have absolutely no need for a tractor, but it's a fun hobby. I like to do it. I'm gonna bring you over here to where all the magic happens. So, as you can see in here, I got a John Deere 855 diesel tractor with a loader. Helps me move all this heavy non-working equipment around. And I know the lighting's terrible right now, but in the back I got a 1950 John Deere MT. I've had that tractor for a long time. It left for a while. I was able to finally get it back, but we call that one Sweaty Betty, and we'll save that for another video. But for now, that's where we're at. Let's see what today brings. All right, well, we're here. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of stuff here. Me and Brian love this stuff. I mean, old barns and buildings and vehicles, but the creme de la creme right here, this is what we're here for. It's a John Deere 430 crawler. I'm actually going to turn this around here. I know you don't want to look at me, but yeah, John Deere 430 crawler, 4-roller PTO shaft. It's got a number 62 blade on it. It's kind of nice. It's got the hydraulic cylinder for lift on both sides. It's got a nice good condition dozer blade on the front, 6-way adjustable, right? So you can angle it left or right. You can tilt it forward and back, and you can actually tilt the blade side to side, so you can cut grooves or ditches or drainage if you want. So back out a little bit here, but yeah, that's it. So I've had the Lindemann crawler, I've had a 40 crawler, a 420, and the MC. Well, the MC came before the Lindemann, so it was Lindemann, MC, 40, 420. Never had a 430, so there it is here. Biggest difference, the hood's not on there, it's here, but instead of being all green with yellow John Deere lettering, it actually has a yellow stripe down the hood that continues on the front of the cowl here. So that's one big thing between the difference of the 430s to the rest. And then the biggest thing is this right here, the slant dash. So you got to the late 50s, early 60s, they got into more styling and design. So that slant dash was to give it a little more, I don't know, modern look, I guess. So, but supposedly this engine was rebuilt, and we're talking, it's been here for about 10 or 12 years. And right now the engine is stuck. So I'm hoping that it is just from sitting, but we'll disassemble this stuff when I get it back home. You know, the last thing you want to do with a stuck engine is to try to put it in gear and pull it or something. You start damaging pistons, rods, bending the valve train. So it's a little more work, but saves a lot of time and money actually just pulling stuff apart and doing it the right way. There's a right way and a wrong way of doing everything, and you know, sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do, but if I have the option to try to do it the right way, we will, because this actually looks like a pretty clean crawler. It's in decent shape. The undercarriage isn't too bad. Pins, bushings, those are the things we look for. This has got snow cleats, so you can see these holes here. That's to keep snow from coming out so it doesn't clog up in the sprockets back here, in the drive sprocket. But some of the things you look for down inside here, these are the bushings, and there's a pin that goes through that holds all these links together. So you want to check the pins and bushings, make sure they're not too worn. This one here has a incorrect master link pin, so this is the pin that keeps the track together. They put the wrong one in and they tack welded it, so they're gonna have to grind that and cut that out and get the right pin for it, which you can still get. John Deere, everybody complains about how expensive they are, but part of that expense is the fact that I know I can go to the John Deere dealership and I can buy a part for this tractor today. They still make them. So most of these older tractors from John Deere you can still get parts for, especially all the wear item things, filters, plugs, wires, clutches, stuff like that. So, but another nice thing about this is right now it's just set up with the single hydraulics for the blade, but it does have the dual hydraulic valve manifold here, which is nice. This one is a 5-speed, right? 5 speeds forward, 1 reverse. Just really nice. Got the lights in the back. So yeah, awesome machine. The only thing this one doesn't have that I wish it did, this one has a 4-roller undercarriage, and they make a 5-roller, which basically lets the tracks come out here about another 18 inches. So, but anyway, all right, well, I'm gonna try to see if the steering clutches on this thing are stuck or frozen. Fortunately, Mr. OJ here has got the right equipment to do the job, and see if we can't get this thing freed up from its spot and loaded up on my trailer. So we got the right tool for the job. Let's see what happens. Well, I made it home. That's first and foremost. Everyone's safe. The day didn't go as planned. We had a good ride up. Me, Brian, and his son. We drove almost 2 hours up to northern part of Richmond. We got to the area. As you saw in the video, tractors there, lots of cool stuff to see. We spent a little bit of time, but anyway, got loaded up about noon. Should have been back here by about 2. I think it's about 5:30 now. But anyway, we stopped to get some lunch at Taco Bell, and when we came back out, I wasn't paying attention to how I had parked the vehicle, and I ran over the curb with my trailer with a almost 6,000 pound crawler on it, and as you can see here, did a number on the rim, ruined that, blew that out right away. So fortunately I had a spare, but after we changed it, I wanted to stop and get yet another spare, because last thing you want to do is be driving anywhere, especially loaded, without a spare. So had a bottle jack that I had brought with us, which helped. We stopped behind the grocery store. There was some pallets. We kind of had to like build cribbing, and I didn't have all the proper tools. So note to self, have the right stuff. So anyway, let's switch this. I did get a farm jack today, which is super handy for lifting trailers that are 18 plus inches off the ground. But anyway, it's here. So that was part of the ordeal. Back out here a little bit. The second part was the fact that once I got home, I thought my 855 would have enough oomph to pull it off the trailer. That proved me wrong. So it's all good, no big deal. I think it actually does have enough power to pull it off. The problem is this thing sat for so long, and you can see these tracks are, they're tight. Whoever had this last just really over tightened them, so they're binding, and so it'll roll, and then it'll kind of lock up a little bit and drag and then roll. And I think there was a little video I had taken. I had the big Deere loader, basically just picked it up and set it on my trailer, so that was super handy. But needless to say, I can't get it off my trailer right now as is, so I'm gonna have to call Rollback to come and pull it off my trailer and set it in my driveway. In the meantime, I can start soaking these nuts in the track adjustment here and get some of that tension out of these tracks. They're just so tight and everything's bound up. So anyway, we'll see. The steering clutches kind of seem to work. The engine was rebuilt, but it's stuck right now from sitting. So there's a lot. The blade's pretty sweet. It's beefy. It's can angle it. 6-way manual, pretty cool. So anyway, a lot of work ahead. But all in all, good trip. Made it safe. It's here. Just got to work on getting it off the trailer. So continue to do more videos as that happens, as far as pulling it off the trailer, trying to see if we can get the engine unstuck, trying to get it running. That would be ultimately the best scenario, to get it running and let it move on its own power, because I think this 430, it has a reverser on it, and this 62 blade, it's looking at probably close to 6,000 pounds, maybe even more. So I'm probably at or over the capacity on this trailer with this. I didn't realize how much heavier this was than the other crawlers I've had. But anyway, long story short, that's it for today. More videos to go.